very special day for me, but also for the transgender community as a whole. The Transgender Day of Remembrance started 14 years ago after a brutal murder here in the San Francisco Bay Area. The community decided at that point that they had had enough. They needed to get together. They needed to do something about it. And for the last 14 years, every November 20th, the community has come together to remember the lives of the women that we've lost every year. This year, there are 79 transgender women on this list that we're going to read tonight. It's a big list. It's a hard list. And this is just a small fraction of the violence that happens against trans women across this country, across this state, across this globe. As we read this list, I'd like you to think not about how they died, but about why they died. About what it meant for them to be themselves and the price that they paid for that. At Mills College, we've been talking a lot this year about transgender people, about what that means to be inclusive on this campus. I think that we're taking important steps here. The steps that we're taking here to be inclusive can go a long way towards making this list smaller. So many of these people on this list are forced into sex work, into poverty, and all of this is because of who they are. Being able to have access to an education, to have that opportunity, is so important. And so I thank Mills for being inclusive. I thank the people who fought hard to make Mills an inclusive space, and for everyone who has helped support this event as it's been coming together this year. I'd also like to thank each of you for showing up tonight and showing your support. Without allies, without people here to stand up, to say trans women belong here, I wouldn't be here today. It's important to remember with this list, this is only the reported deaths. Oftentimes, deaths are not reported. Or if they're reported, they're not reported as transgender women, they are reported as men. You'll also notice there were no names on here from China, Russia, India, most African countries. It's not because there isn't violence against trans women in those countries, it's because it's not reported. This is a small fraction of what we're looking at. I'd like to invite Melanie Ford up. Melanie's going to say a few words, and then we'll go into an open mic. And I invite anyone who has feelings that they would like to share to do so.